Howdy, howdy, welcome back. Did you know that you can build a rocket out of a balloon, a straw, some yarn, and 2 chairs? Let's do it. Today, we're building a rocket out of these simple materials to show potential energy and kinetic energy. So I'm gonna go set these chairs about 10-15 feet apart, and I'm gonna tie the string from chair to chair, and the tighter it is, the smoother our rocket ship is going to fly. Step 2, I'm gonna lace the string through the straw. There we go. Step 3, I'm going to tie the string from one chair to the next as tight as I can because that's going to allow us the smoothest travel for our rocket. From here, I'm going to blow up my balloon and tape it to my straw. Before we get into the actual rocket, let's talk some science, okay? So I'm gonna be blowing air into this balloon. This is going to create energy because this air is blowing up this elastic balloon and is getting so tight that it wants to release, but it doesn't yet. So this is why it's called a potential energy, because it has the potential to be some big energy. I just forced air into this balloon. So now it is storing potential energy. It's potential because it's not going anywhere. It's actually waiting to be released and put into motion because this elastic is stretched out and it just wants to collapse so bad, but it can't yet. So let's go ahead and tape this to our straw, and then it's launch time. So it's storing, so it's potential energy, but once it gets in motion, it immediately turns to kinetic energy. So let's see what this looks like. Ready? Countdown down, launch. 3, 2, 1. Now again, in slow motion. So put your science caps on because I got a couple questions. 1, why did the balloon move? 2, what caused the balloon to move? And 3, if the balloon was moving this way, which way did the air in the balloon move? Let's talk about it. So the balloon moved because when we filled the balloon with the air from our lungs, this ended up storing potential energy. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, the farther along it goes on the string, it runs out of energy and slowly it just stops. Now, this is because we're running out of energy. This balloon only has the amount of energy that I blew into it, which this guy Newton explained in his 3 laws of motion, which means for every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. So the amount of air that I am blowing into this balloon is going to have the equal amount of energy, but the opposite reaction. So air shoots backwards out of the balloon, action, reaction, the balloon shoots forward on our string. Both are going to be equal. Whatever I put into this balloon is what I'm going to get out of it. Newton's 3rd law. So to wrap it up, today we basically learned that balloons can store potential energy, but as soon as we let it go and the air is released, it immediately turns into kinetic energy, all because we have movement. Forces are what cause the motion. As we lose force, the friction of the string and the straw gets stronger, also causing the balloon to come to a stop. And the coolest part, real rockets use the same basic science, just with a lot more power. So where else do you think you can find potential and kinetic energy? It's not just in rockets. Science is everywhere. Just gotta keep your eyes open. Stay curious and keep exploring. Bye, guys.
If your students enjoyed this activity, check out the standards-aligned chemical versus physical changes video lesson at generationgenius.com.